Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a truth that's often forgotten, a truth that can break the chains of regret and reignite hope. It's easy to believe that your past defines you, that the choices you've made and the hardships you've faced have written your fate in stone. But what if I told you that your life story is not your life sentence? What if I told you that no matter where you've been, you still have the power to shape where you're going? Let's explore what it truly means to reclaim your story. Your past may be filled with scars, regrets, and moments that weigh heavily on your mind. There might be chapters you wish you could erase, decisions that haunt you, or circumstances that left you broken. But none of that has the power to define what comes next. The mistakes you've made, the pain you've endured, they are not the whole story. They are moments, fragments of a much larger narrative, and the beauty of life is that you are not bound to those moments. You are not the sum of your worst days. Every single day you wake up with a choice to write something new. Your thoughts, your actions, the way you choose to see yourself, they are the ink that shapes the next chapter. People may try to remind you of who you used to be, define you by your failures, or question your growth, but their perception does not own you. The chains that try to hold you down are only as strong as your belief in them. The moment you decide to break free, to believe in the possibility of change, is the moment they lose their power. It won't always be easy. Growth means facing those shadows head on, acknowledging the pain without letting it consume you. But even the darkest nights eventually give way to dawn. The past can teach you, it can shape you, but it cannot dictate who you become. You are not powerless. The same strength that carried you through those storms still lives within you. And when you embrace that strength, when you choose to rise despite it all, you reclaim your story. No matter how heavy yesterday was, today is an unwritten page, and it's yours to fill. Mistakes and struggles are inevitable parts of life. They come crashing in when you least expect them, leaving you bruised and questioning your path. You might carry regrets like stones in your pockets, moments you wish you could undo, words you wish you hadn't said, or choices you wish you could take back. But those moments, no matter how painful, are not the entirety of your story. They are simply chapters that add depth, lessons, and resilience. It's easy to believe that failure means the end, that the worst things you've been through somehow define your worth. But think about the stories that move us, the ones we remember. They are never without conflict. The hero stumbles, loses, and sometimes falls to their lowest point. Yet that's never where the story ends. It's in the rise, the decision to keep going. That true strength is revealed. And just like those heroes, you have the power to stand up and turn the page. Struggles shape your character. They teach patience, humility, and courage. They expose what truly matters and strip away what doesn't. Mistakes become your greatest teachers, offering lessons that success never could. Every wrong turn refines your perspective. Every failure carves out a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Without those moments, growth would be impossible. But none of that means you are bound to the past. The beauty of life is that no single chapter has the final say. You can choose to rewrite your narrative at any moment. What once seemed like an ending can become the very thing that sparks your greatest beginning. So remember, your mistakes are not your identity, and your struggles are not your fate. They are simply part of your story, but they will never be the whole book. You are the author of your life, and with every breath you hold the power to shape what comes next. The past may have its pages, filled with moments of joy, heartbreak, triumph, and regret. But no matter how those chapters read, they don't dictate the rest of the story. Each day offers a blank space, a chance to choose differently, to write with intention, and to create a narrative that aligns with who you are becoming. It's easy to feel like the plot is already set in stone, like circumstances, mistakes, or other people have taken control of your story. But the truth is, no one else can hold the pen. The choices you make, the thoughts you nurture, and the actions you take all contribute to the unfolding of your life. Even when you feel stuck, even when it seems like the same chapter is repeating, you still have the power to pivot. A single decision, no matter how small, can shift the entire course of your journey. Rewriting your life doesn't mean ignoring the past. It means understanding it, learning from it, and using it as fuel to move forward. The moments that once weighed you down can become the very foundation of your growth. When you claim ownership of your story, you stop waiting for circumstances to change. You become the force that changes them. And the beauty of it all, you don't need to know exactly where the story is going. Creation is not about certainty. It's about courage. It's about taking one step then another, and trusting yourself to write the next sentence. The possibilities are limitless, and every moment holds the potential to begin again. So pick up the pen and write the story only you can tell. Don't let society or others dictate your worth. The world is quick to assign labels, to tell you who you are, what you're capable of, and where you belong. From the moment you step into the world, expectations press down on you like invisible weights. People will judge your choices, question your dreams, and assume they know your limits. They'll try to box you in, fitting you into a mold that makes sense to them. But the truth is, no one else gets to decide your value. That power belongs to you alone. You are not defined by the opinions of others, nor by the roles they expect you to play. The titles society gives you, success, failure, worthy, unworthy, are nothing more than illusions. They shift with trends, perspectives, and the narrow judgments of people who have never walked in your shoes. To let those voices control you is to surrender the most sacred part of yourself, your identity. But when you silence that noise, something incredible happens. You start to hear your own voice, the one that knows your worth without needing validation. That voice reminds you that your value isn't measured by achievements or approval, but by the courage to live authentically. Every time you choose to define yourself rather than be defined, you reclaim your freedom. It's not always easy. Standing in your truth may invite criticism, but the opinions of others cannot diminish who you are. You are not their assumptions, their judgments, or their limitations. You are a living, evolving story, one that cannot be confined. So stand tall in the knowledge that you decide your worth. And when the world tries to shrink you, remember, only you hold the pen. The power of choice is always in your hands. Even in the darkest moments, when the walls feel like they're closing in and every step forward seems impossible, there is still a choice to be made. It may not be easy or obvious, but it's there, a sliver of light waiting to be seen. Life has a way of making you feel powerless, like circumstances have robbed you of control. But the truth is, no situation is entirely without choice. Even when you can't change what's happening around you, you can choose how you respond, how you carry it, and what meaning you give it. Every decision, no matter how small, is an act of power. Choosing to stand back up after a fall. Choosing to believe in yourself when doubt whispers in your ear. Choosing to walk away from what no longer serves you, even when it's painful. These choices may not instantly rewrite your reality, but they shift something within you. They remind you that your spirit remains untamed, unbroken, and when the weight of the past threatens to hold you down, you can choose not to let it define your future. You don't have to stay trapped in old patterns or narratives that no longer fit. Change rarely comes in grand, sweeping gestures. Often it's born from the quiet decision to try again. The moment you choose hope over despair, courage over fear, and resilience over resignation, you reclaim your power. Life won't always offer easy choices, but it will always offer a choice. And with every one you make, you shape your path. The road ahead may twist and turn, but as long as you keep choosing to move forward, you are never truly trapped. You are always free to write the next chapter. Your best days are still ahead. No matter what you've been through, no matter how heavy the weight of the past may feel, the story isn't over. The pain, the heartbreak, the moments that left you questioning everything, they're not the final chapter. Life has a way of making you believe that the brightest moments are behind you, that the doors have closed, and the joy is something reserved for someone else. But every breath you take is proof that the story is still unfolding. It's easy to get lost in memories, holding on to the past like it's all you'll ever have. But nostalgia can be deceiving. It paints the past in golden hues, making the future seem pale in comparison. Yet the beauty of life isn't confined to what once was. It lives in the unknown, in the possibility of what could be, the laughter you haven't shared, the friendships you haven't made, the love you haven't yet felt. All of it is waiting for you. The hardest moments don't diminish the road ahead. In fact, they shape it. Every struggle has carved resilience into your spirit. Every tear has watered the seeds of growth. The chapters that remain unwritten are yours to create, and within them lies the potential for joy you haven't even imagined. It doesn't matter how long you've wandered, how many mistakes you've made, or how uncertain the path may seem, the story isn't finished. So, hold on to hope. Allow yourself to believe in the magic of what's to come. There are sunrises you haven't seen, conversations that will change your heart, and moments that will make you feel truly alive. The greatest chapters are still ahead, and they're yours to write. The pages of your past may be filled with mistakes, heartbreak, and moments you wish you could rewrite, but that's not where your story ends. Every day you wake up is a chance to pick up the pen and write something new. You are not bound by the shadows of yesterday. You are not defined by the opinions of others. You are the author, and the chapters ahead are waiting to be written. So step forward, not as a prisoner of your past, but as the creator of your future. Your life story is still unfolding, and the best is yet to come.